Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am here. This is Elkridge skinless, low sodium, low fat turkey sausage. I am trying a recipe a little different than the way I usually do it. That is 2 links of skinless sausage. I am trying one of the one-stop chop chef's recipes. Usually when I make cabbage, I put it in my turkey pot or I stir fry it. But today I'm going to do it his way. I'm going to do it his way. His way, his way, his way. I'm trying the recipe from the one-stop shop. The one-stop chop pot. He make one-pot meals. He's on Instagram. He's all over social media. Very proud of the young man. He's superb. And they're saying don't use any oil, but the sausage that I got has very little skin, and you're going to see me tweaking little things, chef, because that's just how I am. I cook that away, and that's just me. I change things as I need. So I love olive oil in my food. So at the end, you will see, if you see me drizzling, I'm drizzling it. I'm not selling for nobody. The extra virgin olive oil by Graza. You will probably see me do it at the end because I add olive oil in my food for my health. So he says just let the skillet, because I had put it on early and I forgot that he said don't, so I pushed it off while I was cutting up everything. Red pepper, 1 red pepper. I used more onions, chef. I have a whole onion, basically. And you said you don't have to add the flour, but I put 3 little teaspoons of flour and 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. And I have my ground beef, 80-20, grass-fed. I have my chicken broth. I'm just going to add it. When I'm adding in the flour, that's when I'm adding this. And I'll know exactly how much to use at that point. I like to sometimes clean up the kitchen completely before I finish a meal. So that's what I was doing before I came on. And I use Tony's Creole. I use Saki Mama. I use everything. But when I went in the store, I was going to get the one that he suggested. But this has enough salt in it for me, so I'm just going to go with the Tony's. That will be my only seasoning with salt. If you need more salt, if I have to have it, I use Himalaya at the table or a little pinch of garlic salt. I'm not heavy on the salt, I'm not heavy on the fat, but I do love heavy on the flavor. Okay? These sausages are come along greatly. Someone's trying to call, as usual. I hope everyone is doing well today. Hope everyone is having a good day. Not letting any of these things of this world get you down or bother you. So they're browning nicely. They're browning nicely. And you just want them, I'm sure, just to have a little brown. So I'm using the skinless ones because the ground beef is going to make enough fat. And we're not adding oil in it. The oil is going to be from the ground beef. I'm using my old time, I call it Bella. I've had this for years and years and years and years. It's a large Dutch oven. And now we're going to go in with ground beef. That's how he did it, directly in with the ground beef. I like making cabbage smothered down, which I've seen it this way, several people with the ground beef. His recipe is the one that I like that adds the turkey sausage, which I do that in spaghetti. I use ground turkey sausage, or I use ground Italian sausage. And he does some of the same things. But anyway, we're going to go with his recipe. I'm only tweaking it just a little, Chef. I'm just tweaking it just a little. It's just ground beef and sausage in here. And I bought a medium-sized cabbage, because I think it's going to be 3 of us eating. And that's all I want for the day is this cabbage. When I got in the store, I thought about his recipe that I had watched about 10 times yesterday on YouTube. And I said, why not? Why not? This is wood with a rubber handle, and I really love them. I've broken a few, but now everything is starting to incorporate. The beef is getting where it needs to be, and a little fat is coming up from the sausage. I'm going to lower it. The only thing in here is sausage. I like to get a good little bit of that blood out. What are you guys making today? What are you guys feeling like making today? For me, it's dirty cabbage. If I must say for myself, I like it. It's a simple recipe, all in one pot. All in one pot. This is where he adds a little flour. And I still probably ain't going to use but 1 teaspoon. Sure, I'm not going to use but 1. That's flour, 1 teaspoon. That's something he said he decided to add in his recipe, and I kind of think I like it. Alright, go ahead and use the other little piece. So that was 2 teaspoons, guys. We also added tomato paste. That's 2 teaspoons. Onion, red peppers, have it on high, medium high. Because the pot is really hot, and this is an electric stove, so they cook faster to me. He comes in with his half a cup. Let's see if I need another cup at the end. I'm going in with a half a cup of Swanson chicken broth. So it has plenty of salt. And it's just warming and melting. Warming and melting. Warming and melting. Doing that on medium heat. You use paste, but I'm going to use one clove. Large clove of garlic. Yes, and that's a teaspoon. These are half spoons, so I usually don't measure. I usually eyeball everything that I do. But I'm gonna put it as close as I can. Yes, I'm tasting it. That's plenty of salt. So if we need more salt, we can add it. I don't think we need any more. Just a little bit more, Chef. And as I said to you, you're going to see me sprinkle. I'm going to drizzle it. That's because my meat has almost no fat. Almost no fat. So I add a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going in with my cabbage. Going in with the cabbage. Everything smells beautiful, guys. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So if we need more salt at the end, we can always add salt at the end. You can't take away salt, but you can add it always at the end. Once it cooks down, I'm going to add water, because cabbage can use some water. That I didn't throw away. I grabbed that to sink. one medium-sized cabbage. He used tomato paste from the tube and garlic from the tube. I used one fresh clove of garlic, and I used 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. I may need more, but I'm not going to add more because I don't want it to be over saucy. This is basically making dirty rice without rice, just making it with cabbage. So it's dirty cabbage. We have it for today. I might bake some yams or potato or something. So I might just put it in a bowl like he did and have at it. That's everything right there. That's your vegetable, your meat, your fat. So the recipe can be found over on YouTube. The chef has it up, but I'm going to give it to you. 1 cabbage for me, 1 fresh clove of garlic. You can use whatever garlic you like. He used nature seasoning, and I use Tony's. As this cooked down and I stir it all and incorporate it all, I'm going to know if I need some more Tony's or if I need a pinch of Himalayan salt, because I don't want to overdo my salt level. I am controlling and managing so many diagnoses. I'm not claiming any of them, just managing. I'm managing all the symptoms that they have diagnosed me with. That's what I'm doing. And I try not to go heavy on too much. If I want some sugar or something, I just get me a snack with some sugar and salt. So this is cooking down. This will probably take a moment. Yes, I like to touch my food. Yes, I like to feel my food. Yes, I like to smell my food because I'm eating my food. You don't have to do any of the things that I'm doing because this is me and you are you. Yes, I use my hands. I worked in restaurants, and believe me, I know nobody don't want to hear it, but yes, I saw people using their hands. Many people use their hands. Many people use their hands because there were things that you did that the glove wouldn't stay on. The gloves didn't always stay on. You had to change them at least 50 times. So I hope don't nobody think that people don't touch your food. Your food gets touched. Even when you get it in the store, your food gets touched. All of my cabbage was washed. My sausage was washed. My ground beef came directly out the pack. All I went was put it on a paper plate. I use a little Tony Saturates to season, 1 clove of garlic, 1 pound of turkey sausage, Elkridge, skinless, low sodium, half sodium, or whatever it is you see at Walmart. Walmart extra lean ground beef with 20% fat, 80% lean. So I drizzles in a little of the graza. This has nothing to do with the chef. This has to do with this chef. I add in a little graza for me, for my health. I don't cook with a lot of fat. I use olive oil and I use butter or ghee whenever I can get it on my hand and it don't cost an arm and a leg. So this is cooking down greatly. And just because the Cajun in me loves spice, even though I have all the menopausal, I got to have some cayenne pepper. So this is where the chef and I split tails. I have to have my cayenne pepper. And I put it in last because the cabbage is going to take its time to cook. I'm not rushing anything. That means everything is going to incorporate after it cooks down. I'm using this. It's wood. And all I'm doing is pressing down. Not doing anything but pressing down. And like I said, simple recipe. Cabbage can be cooked over 1,000 ways, and cabbage can be eaten every day. You can eat it raw, you can make slaw, you can stir fry it, but this is the one pot chop chef recipe, and that's what I did. It's done. In about 20 more minutes, we'll be eating. Hey, we love it. Hope you guys enjoy it. 1 cabbage, 1 red bell pepper. I used a whole onion. He used a half. 1 onion, 1 clove of fresh garlic. I love fresh. 2 teaspoons of tomato paste. It may not be enough for someone else. Add what you like, adjust to your taste. I use 2 teaspoons of Tony saturated to season. I will add my seasoning after the cabbage is finished cooking. I used about a tablespoon of olive oil, but I cook olive oil in all of my food. It's for my health. I add it on top of my food. It's for my health. I hope you guys have a blessed day. 1 pound of ground beef, 1 pound of turkey sausage, 1 cabbage, 1 onion, 1 red pepper, 1 clove of garlic, just basically a tablespoon of tomato paste, a tablespoon of flour, and the flour is strictly optional. I let my stuff cook and marinate all before I add in my cabbage, and I just let my cabbage cook low and slow. I don't add any water. If I want to do anything, I just press down on it, because cabbage makes its own water. I press down and let it do its thing. Guys, have the most amazing day. I love coming on talking to you. You guys who are going through your struggles, trust me, there's a door that opens after your struggle. I promise you, going through the door of struggle and pain and heartache and grief, there's a door that opens after that. And that door has daylight. That door has sunlight. That door has brightness. When it hits you, you're going to shine. You're going to feel like another person. I promise you, at the end of every point of heartache in your life, there's a point of contact that God meets you. And when he meets you, he does not play. Let the cabbage cook until it's tender. These tops for this pot is over in my storage. I've owned these pots for probably 40 years. I had dozens of them. Some I've given away to grandkids and all. Blessings, peace, joy, and happiness. I love you guys. The cabbage will probably be done in another 10 to 15 minutes. When I come back on and you see me, I'll be sitting down at the table, having my lemon water and my dirty cabbage. I love you guys. Peace, joy, and happiness. Don't let the enemy take your spirit from you. The spirit you carry around is God. That's him in you. That's the hope of glory. Don't be discouraged by what the eyes see, because he told us to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. So I love you. God bless you. God keep you. Shalom. Until the next video.